Attention, attention, attention. This is the Townnet A of the day. I am your net controller, Tina number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. If you're around and would like to check in, please come in with your call sign phonetically. Reminder to all that the net is being recorded for training purposes. You may begin.
Tin Yacht number 2, Golf Alpha Papa.
Okay, keep it coming, keep it coming. Check in, check in.
Tin Yacht number 2, Kilo Alpha India.
Okay, more check-in, more check-in. Check in, check in, check in. Check in, check in, check in. Please come now. Okay, another call out. And you want to check in? Check in, check in. Please come now. Welcome to the Quiet Wednesday. It is now 1 p.m. Your Townnet A of the day is here. Anyone want to check in? Please come now.
Tin Yacht number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Okay, reminder to all that our net start at 1 and 1 o'clock p.m. Toronto time. Usually the call out for the check-ins is about 2 minutes or even 3 minutes earlier. So if you are around and would like to check in early, you can do so. And then when the net begins, we can have more time for the actual talk. Anyone else want to check in? Please come now.
Tin Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India.
Okay, we got one more. Keep it going. Anyone else? Anyone else? One last call. Okay, let's kickstart the net. Your Saturn is not the type that like to waste time. So, the first thing I want to do is circulate the mic around the table. When it is your turn, you can talk about maybe one thing that you really want to know more about, or what is, yeah, like what do you really want to learn more about, know more about, or talk about, bring to the table. And I do have my lesson for today, but I'll see what you guys have first. Tin Yacht number 2, Golf Alpha Papa.
Tin Yacht number 2, Golf Alpha Papa. Sejong, Gijang. Hello, everybody on the net. And only one thing that is rough. There's so much. There's so much. Like my default settings, both because of my what I have passion for, and also because I think my body needs it, is obviously, I'm gonna say, the Qigong and Cutting, right? Um, Now that's not to say that I'm not fascinated and interested in the other stuff. Like it's, so I will say that since we are, since that is like that is definitely the thing that I am kind of like focused on learning more about and like learning and implementing. I will say out of the stuff that we've been learning lately, I will say that I am interested in the chanting because I know that the chanting builds power, it builds chi, it builds virtue, and it strengthens our heart for to like that heart juice for the gods. So of the stuff that we've been learning lately, the chanting is definitely um it's definitely caught my interest. But like I said, like there's like so much. Like I do like we're gonna be working on the food today, the protection food and that calamity dissolving food. I just really needed it to be a day off from work so that I could focus on it. Um, but yeah, like I've been interested in like trying to figure out the drag sounds, trying to keep up. Well, I know there's no keeping up with Siejuan, but like when we do the stuff for the ceremony and like trying to like follow along, it's like even the desire to implement the drag sounds. It's like, you know, not knowing when and where to do it. It's like it reminds me of a code. It reminds me of like talking in code. So that's why it's super fascinating to hear your breakdown on like what the whole point of the drag sound is about, and like how it like like it has a different effect in D6. So yeah, Tinyat number 2, Golf Alpha Papa.
Drag sound is a very interesting topic. When I was learning chanting for the first 2 years, I broke my voice a few times. Like you actually damage yourself a few times because I was not doing it right. And I actually hurt myself and lost the voice and recover and then continue. So you guys are lucky because I have been through it and I know what is wrong, what is not good to do. So now, if you are learning from me, at least you will not go through those again. You have a shortcut already. um, the first thing to focus on for sure is being able to say the word clearly. Like if you don't even know the sound, how to make that sound for the word, your drag sound is not going to be good, right? Like you started off wrong and you drag for even more wrongs. So getting to know the words by chanting them just like by the word, making sure the Samnonis is said correctly is important. A lot of the people are dying on that word Q. Q-Y-U-E. Y-U-E, like my cosine, right? Q-Y-U-E. Q as in like the queen, queen, right? And Y-U-E is you. So Q, Q, Q. That sound, a lot of people cannot make it. Don't know why. Yeah, so there's also a few common ones like who, W-H-U-O-H, who, right? Whore, who. There's like the who and the whore. Whore has like the H at the back. W-H-U-O-H is the whore, whore, who, whore. Like those words are not easy. Sometimes people just get confused when they looked at it. One of the thing is when you look at what you're chanting, yeah, you're reading off the English, of course, but sometimes pay attention to the Chinese characters because you might find that sometimes, like you look at the Chinese all the time, you will kind of recognize the sound of whichever character, and you recognize them like they do repeat, like sam no, xin nong, right? These words they repeat all the time, and you kind of see that word and you recognize, oh, that's the word for the sam. That's the word for the yin, the yin, the yang, right? Like you kind of recognize it. So that is something to try. Tier number 2, Kilo Alpha India. Hey.
Senior number 2 Kilo Alpha India. I would like to treat everybody in the net and starts on Kitang. On my side, I'm interested on the dialogue team or the other side. The most important part I want to learn is how do you increase your chances of going there, and I just find out that you can convert people after when they are ghost, you can still convert someone. Now, how long does it like? I'm gonna make an example. My grandmother died in 2001, and my grandfather, that was like in 2014. So, what is the period, the limited period for someone to be converted to Taoism after they are dead? Is there any limited required? Senior number 2 Kilo Alpha India Beijing.
For like outsiders, like when they die and they're not a disciple, we can't just like move them to Dilatin. It's not possible. Okay. However, there's this thing like next month, lunar July, we have the event going on in the lineage, and what happened is people can sign up. For example, like, oh, I have my whatever relative, right? And you give some information, and then we'll see if the god can still like find them in D6. So if they can be reachable, then they will be able to participate. And what that means is when the ceremony starts, they will be contact, and they have a choice to join or not join. And if they join, they will go through that thing, and at the end, it's like they can choose if they want to be ordained or not. If they get ordained, they don't have to like go back to where they were. They can stay in the religious court and live, learn, and so on there. And basically, if like people want to go to the Dilatin side, right, you have to spend your time learning, doing things, living in that court for quite a while before you can make it up to that point where you can go. But anyway, so you can't just like go to Dilatin like that. You go through, like, you also have to commit and go through a bunch of things to get there. Even for disciples like you, right? If you die, you're not going to like go straight to Dilatin, like, especially you. I don't think so. So yeah, you got to work hard. For disciples, if people want to go to the DLT directly without staying in the court, there's a way. Okay, there's a way. When you have built a very special relationship in the lineage, like Besajuan, then, well, yeah, of course, like the God will take care of you, and you don't need to go to the court and go through all that, right? Because you're special. But if you stay like an ordinary disciple in Samlo stage and you're kind of like a background. I don't think so. It's not that you can or cannot go. It's that people don't want you there. Right? Like, think about it. The people in the dialogue team is like, we don't need garbage, right? Like, don't shove the low quality people over. We don't need them. Okay? If they want to come, they make themselves good so that we want, and then we can bring you over. That's what basically it is. It's very realistic. Okay? So the gods over there don't want garbage. So if you're like, background, I don't have time for this and that. Well, yeah, forget it. The god won't like you. Tier number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Tier number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Well, starting to think I would like to know more about the landlord, seeing that I have a landlord now, how I could utilize it in sacrificing stuff, especially if I have stuff I want to throw away. And also a little bit more about the other god that we have, Judge Bao. How we could, what we should be doing with him, like in terms of lighting incense, specifically in his little pot, because I have a pot with the god seat for him and one for the altar side. Just some basic 101 stuff about that. And it have other stuff I'm definitely interested in, but that is the most pressing things that I would like to know. I did remember you said that's how you have I don't know if it's an agreement with your landlord or if it is the Samuel Josie headquarters that, let's say if you bring groceries home, from the time it enters your house it's already clean automatically. That would be really great for me because I usually have to tote all of my groceries to the altar, which is like on the other floor of my apartment, which could be very tedious sometimes. It'd be really nice to just walk through the door and know that it's clean instead of having to carry it upstairs and get the fish and the bell and the water. It's quite a tedious process. I know I could usually use the hand signs to clean it, but I just like to be thorough sometimes. But yeah, back to you. It's in at number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Okay, let me just pick the landlord first. Well, the landlord, your assigned that got the job, the landlord deity, is supposed to do some very important things. One is that it takes care of the local matters. Okay, so it's like it work locally for your property, your house, your area. So it does the protection, filtering out bad stuff and things like that. It's supposed to help you with that. The second thing is that it pushes things back to pre-heaven side. Okay, so it also deals with like when you are giving back to the Yunsan side, or when like you're investing back to the family luck in the ghost altar, right? Those things, they all can be managed by the landlord. So it's pretty automatic. Like the landlord is supposed to have those jobs to do when they're assigned. And what you should focus on is not treating them like a robot, talk to them when you need or whenever you feel like. The talking part, or not just talking, but more like you treat them as they are there with you all the time. And you don't just like, oh, let me burn incense and then I'm talking. No, it doesn't just go like that. Sometimes, like now, I'm talking to you and I'm thinking of, what should I say on the net, right? I looked at the landlord altar, and all I need to do is sometimes I would be like as quick as I just look over there and I do a foot stomp, which already like have my intention of I need your help for input. And then after I open my eyes, immediately the answer is there already. Like I know what to say, I have ideas, and the whole message is already there. And this can only be achieved when you use your landlord all the time. You ask for help all the time. Like, have you asked for help? Like, have you tried to talk? And then, like when you're doing a div, like, yeah, you're doing a div with your seafood, but after you interpret, hey, you can also ask the landlord to give some input. What about you? What about you? Like you can always do that. And the div you guys are doing is kind of like you're always doing the same div, which is okay as a practice. But div doesn't need to be like a full menu execution. Sometimes we pick one element. Like I have a deck of cards, right? Okay, landlord, give me some help. I need help for like cooking my dinner. Okay, I need some help. So what should I be focusing on now? Okay, I pick one card out of the deck, and then I drop a cup. Okay, sing. This one is good. Okay, what's that? Like that's a club 5. Okay, what 5 is like? 5 is like the chi is not moving. Okay, I got it. Tonight I'm baking stuff. Okay, so you see, like I can already apply that right away in one draw of the card, and I get advice, right? When you talk to your God all the time, eventually you don't even need tools. It gets so automatic. Tina number 2, Golf Echo India.
Yacht number 2, Golf Echo India. Hi everyone, Sijang Gijang. That's encouraging to hear that that we it's good to practice the div the way that we do, but it's not necessary to do all of that every time forever. That talking with our gods can and should become much smoother and more organic as we get practiced at listening. So that's really good. Yeah, I feel like every question that I came up with, well, no, there's still one. There's still one that hasn't been asked yet. You mentioned when Gap mentioned to you online that we'd use the last of our gold joss. You had said that it's time to start using the silver. And I wondered what you meant by that, because I was not under the impression that they're interchangeable that way. It's not like X amount of silver equals 1 page of gold, right? So I'm wondering how that could be substituted in that particular case. Tinyat number 2, Golf Echo India.
X amount of silver equals 1 page of gold. That's funny. No, I'm not saying that, of course. Well, you found a use for the gold, which is like using it like a food to do stuff. Then you should have learned how to use the silver at the same time. Silver is like an empowerment. It gives light. It makes things better. It's like gold is like you cook a dish of food like pasta, right? And yeah, you can eat it. Now you have food, cool. But having the silver is like on top of that, you have toppings, you have sauce, you have things that goes on top, which makes it better, right? So what are you doing that might need some silver? Oh, a lot of things would need silver. Like for example, I just made the magic to seal the door. Okay, that's cool. You did it with gold, right? Now add a silver on top, then you get better than the ordinary output. Like just like normal seal. Now this is like the seal Pro Max. Right? You have that extra power on top. Why not? Or if I just use silver, let's say you just wrote an email for a job interview or something, like that. You can burn a page of silver in and empower it, right? Or like someone say they're doing something already, right? Like they're in the interview already, or they're about to do something. You can burn the silver to add empowerment to make them better for that person. So many things. For example, like you are okay, you just did a div, and you're like, okay, I want some help this morning to get myself more power for doing this and that. Then you can use the page of silver instead of the gold, because you're not asking for the god to actually do something. Okay, you're asking the god to help, to assist, to support what you're doing. Okay, so silver is like you're asking for extra power at the back, supporting what you're doing. Gold is like, no, I'm not doing anything. I need you to do something. Okay, so now you know you can use the silver more often. They are very useful. Okay, anyone else want to check in?
Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
One more call. Anyone else? Okay, team yet number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. So this round, I was giving everyone a chance to say, what is the one thing that you wish to know more about? So on to you.
The one thing I wish to know more about is how to calm my mind and soul. I lose focus all the time, like several times a day. I'll be like, okay, I want to do this, and then something will happen and distract me, or I'll be in the middle of something and I'll get distracted. I would like to settle my mind and soul so that I can focus better on how to do that. And I don't know, and I have asked for support with that. And I think that's, I think that the internal battle with me is constant, with not just, the mental focus, but also to make myself more clear when I'm communicating. It appears that it isn't always that easy. And as far as I was listening to also the word Q, there aren't that many Q sounds in the English language, which is why I think that most people struggle with it. We have like queen, quota, and maybe some other stuff, but very few words with Q in it. So it doesn't come up that often. That's my theory. There just aren't that many Q words in our language, and so people struggle with it. So thank you. Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Just to confirm, you say that other things or people are distracting you, or is it you got distracted by others around you? Like, did they come to you, or did you just went to them? Back to you.
It's a combination of both. It sometimes is people coming to me, and then other times where I'm doing something. Okay, so like if I'm doing a task, for example, suddenly I'll get like 4 or 5 people that'll just ping, or I'll have a message that comes up that seems urgent. I seem to want to attend to everything like it's a 5-star alarm. Everything is alarming, like immediate. I want to respond immediately. And I know that that isn't healthy, but I feel that if I don't, there'll be repercussions. And so I rush through, rush to get through it. And I think I need something that can help me slow my brain down so I don't end up with, a lot of different types of interference and mistakes, and, having to do it again, or have to do over, or have to rephrase or revise or something. And so, if the person on the other side is in a panic, then that makes me panic too. So I end up with less than favorable results because I'm not slowing myself down. And I want to see how I can stop doing that, because it seems I don't want to come across as though I'm being lazy, or I'm not paying attention, or inattentive, or I don't care, if that makes sense. Ticket number 4 at Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Okay, I got what you mean. So it's at work. Okay, I got it. So what you need is you need some you can get some weights. Like they don't need to be very heavy. It could be like 1 pound or something, but they're like worn on the wrist. Okay, so you have some weight to put there to add weight to the heart channel. So that way you're kind of like yipping your heart, and you're not moving by those things so much.
I'm not hearing anything else. I heard the part about the weights, but I didn't hear anything else after that.
Okay, let's try again. So, um, yeah, so you're being paid to work for that amount of time, and you're not getting paid more because you answer more calls. So, even you do more, it's not resulting in more income. Your focus is too much on the company's success and not your own actual gain. So it's very foolish in because you're like a workhorse for them, but what are you getting? The same thing. Imagine there are like uh let's say 2 or 3 people. They work for the same company, and they're all being paid the same. And then one person is like working 3 times the amount as the other two, but they're all getting paid the same. So eventually what happened? Oh, the person who worked a lot is going to complain. Why are these two not working and they're getting the same as me? Well, because it was never the requirement to work more. You're signing up for working that much hour and you get the same pay. So no one tell you to work more than them like that. You just need to work that much time. The whole contract is about time. So you should set your limit based on time, right? Like, yeah, time, then I'm not going to move until my time is up. I don't care if the guy is like ringing the bell like crazy or whatever. No, it doesn't matter. My break is not over. I'm not taking a call. So you set some time limit for yourself and manage your time better at work. Don't act based on feeling also means don't act based on the external element. The external element give you a sense like D3, like the wind. So if the wind blows, then you're freaking out already. Then what if the wind blows very hard that day? Then you're like freaking out a lot, right? So you have to be still, like what we say, the goat element. Um, so you're not moving because of them. You're moving because of yourself. So you say to yourself, okay, it's time to work. Let's go. See who is there. Right? Like you work because it's time for you to work. You set a time for yourself, right? So it's time to work, then you work. When it's not time to work, you're not listening to anything. And very simple, like if you have to go to the washroom and you have a diarrhea, right? You're stuck there. Are you gonna like, oh, let me just take my phone inside and continue to talk while I'm pooping, right? Are you gonna do that? So if you are not going to do that, why are you working so hard and racing for that stuff, right? So yeah, take it back into your own hands and control your time based on what you actually have and not based on their influence, it's so foolish. You go to work so hard, and you get paid the same. Eventually, you're going to be the next lay ewing about it. So anyway, is there anyone who want to check in? Please come now. Okay, we will get into my topic then. So I talked about the div is not like always have to be, the full set menu kind of div. It's kind of like you learn to cook a whole set menu. So there's like soup, there's the actual appetizer, the meat, the main course, side dish, and dessert, drink, everything combined, combo, right? Yeah. But when you learn all that, you don't have to go full on all the time. Sometimes you just div for a very simple thing, especially like the bakwa, the 6 line, right? You guys are now doing all 6 line every time. You don't need that. But very common is that we just need 3 lines, and we can pick, is the 3 line related to a pre-heaven matter or a post-heaven matter? Okay, very simple. You ask yourself this question. What I'm diving for, okay, is like I want to do a, when you cook in the oven, you don't know if the chicken or the beef is like done yet, so you stick a thing into it and read how hot it is now inside the meat, right? That's what you're doing with the div. You're like doing a test, okay? So I'm about to do something. I haven't done it yet. I'm about to do something, okay? And I want to div. That is a pre-heaven, okay? Pre-heaven bakwa. So before you do something, you div. That is a pre-heaven matter. I have started already, and I want to know how will it turn out. That will be a post-heaven bakwa, okay? So pre-heaven, not started yet. Post-heaven, started already. So live example, okay? Now I have, today we got a new microwave because the old one is kind of broken. It's not heating up things properly. So new one came, and we have to throw the old one out. But the problem is I have to go outside and sneak into someone else's store's back to throw this thing out because the building won't take it. So I'm going to sneak it out. But to sneak out, I want to pick a very good timing so it will go smooth. No one's going to complain about it. They're not going to do anything to me, whatever, right? So I want to know when is it a good time, right? So I pick the time first, maybe tomorrow, 5 a.m. or something, and then I do a div. That will be a pre-heaven bakwa, right? So let's say I pick a div and I used my palm, right? The palm method to run the palm. So I pick 3 numbers. Let's say 652. Okay, 652. Okay, 652. So I count the pre-heaven, the bakwa palm, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2, 1, 2. Okay, so I got lei gua. Okay, lei gua is like the source is like the top 2 line is yang and the middle is yum. Okay, so if this is the case, I go into the place to throw the microwave. Okay, I am the first line, so it's a yang, right? It's good for me. And lei, like the middle is the place that will accept me, and that is a negative. So it's ready to receive. And the outcome is a yang. It's a good outcome, it seems like. So if I go there, it will be a good time to go because the place is empty. So it's ready to receive, and I should be okay. I should be good. Now I did the 3 lines. I know that will be a good time to go to throw my microwave. There you go. TNet number 2, Golf Alpha Papa.
TNet number 2, Golf Alpha Papa. Yeah, I still a little bit over my head with contemplating all the different methods of div. I actually do enjoy the whole process of the choosing, like the layout that's been happening. I think because I'm still learning from it. I'm still kind of processing what these different factors imply and how they interact with each other. I am interested in learning how to implement the other methods. I haven't really done any of the Bagua Palm stuff. And yeah, I mean, a lot of it is that like some of the stuff goes on while I'm at work, and I'm trying to do some catching up. And I know that I'm not really supposed to be thinking like that either. You know, we learn what we do, and that it'll come back around. Yeah, right now I think I mostly do a div with the cups, and then I do the method, the full layout with the 6 lines. I think the other thing too is like I want to keep in practice of that since we are Team Black for the ops. I think it's awesome that there are all these different ways in which we can communicate with the gods and get an understanding of the day, of the chi of the day, and what we can potentially do with it. Yeah, I mean, I'm still, yeah, even with the full spread method, like there's times that I'm wondering if I should be like a bit more proactive in the questions I apply, instead of just being like, what's it like, what's the look for the day, right? But yeah, I'm still eventually I want to get that tool that Chevron has, the the big old piece of metal where you could just like spin it, and that looks really cool, first of all. But yeah, I think that would also kind of simplify things again, even though I am like enjoying myself with the cards. Tinyat number 2, Golf Alpha Papa.
Okay. You realize that sometimes you can also give about the client that you work on and know about their condition, like get a preview, a sample of how their property is, and then like what to focus on, or how should you be preparing yourself to handle the client. Talking about your massage, okay? For example, this guy came, right? So you haven't interacted with the person yet. So you do a div, right? Let's say we use the Bagua again, okay? So we're diving about this person. And I use the Bagua Palm again, of course, because I don't have anything else in my hand right now. So, okay, I'll use numbers. This person, give me like a 1, 2, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 4. I walk the palm of the pre-heaven Bagua because I haven't started it, right? It's a new, like, nothing's beginning. So 1, 2, 4. 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Keen, Lei, Zhen, Sun, Sun. Okay, Sun is like the bottom one is it's negative. Okay, so if I'm looking at this person, right, and I'm kind of wanting to know their condition, so you see all the power is yipped up in the first 2 lines, and nothing is being fired out yet. So what I'm getting right now is that this person might have a lot of stuff to say because it's all yipped inside, right? So that this person is like going to be super talkative because he is like so yippy inside already, or stuck in the heart and in the soul, right? So yeah, now about this, you can plan to already plan to like tell him, we're gonna do this, and while we're doing it, I need you to like not say anything and just focus on this breathing, think of this spot, and don't open your mouth. That way you're like preparing for the extra annoying people, right? Like that. So anyway, let's go to tier number 2, Kilo Alpha India.
Team number 2 Kilo Alpha India. I'm interested now to know about the topic about. I think I remember the other day.
You got cut off.
Sorry. I was thinking about the other day. There was a topic that you did mention earlier about you 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 can't actually keep on feeding the Yunsan pet stuff because it will backfire. Through during my experience, so I just need to find because I believe yesterday and I mean during the week I did have an experience. I was so panicking at that particular time, so I was keep on thinking that in my mind that how do I feed my Yunsan positive stuff so that it doesn't have to backfire to me. Uh, so I'm interested to know about more about the lesson that the things we can do to avoid such things, like to feed your Yunsan pet stuff. So what can we do to avoid such? Channel number 2 Kilo Alpha India, back to you.
The truth is very simple, and it is very hard to swallow. Ah, you have so many shit in your life that is bad, right? Uh, get rid of them so that the Yunsan is not going to keep taking in the shit, right? Like every day you wake up looking at someone that is very bad for you, and you keep that thing around the Yunsan, then record it into the book as well. So every day you're writing another page of bullshit into the Yunsan because you're keeping that around you. The more you do that, the more the Yunsan is going to keep remembering that crap. And the Yunsan is not going to be happy because you keep putting in things that is no good for you into the book. So that's why I say to people, right, like to Wing, get divorce. Don't keep that AK. The AK is bad for you. And then you, like I tell Gap and Gay, like throw out your old shit. Those things are not good for you. You don't want that in your life anymore. Throw it out, right? When you get rid of things, at least you're not putting in so much harmful element to the Yunsan. That is the first step. There's no easy way out, right? Cut out the bullshit. Stop them from sticking to you. You know something bad, get rid of it. And yes, it is hard. No one say it's easy. Okay, but when you make that move, that is the real change in your life. Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf.
Senior number 2, Charlie Hotel Golf. Just to recap a little bit with the lesson from Gap Sajon, the pre-heaven, where like you've
Gap Xia Hong. Don't change his sex.
Gap Hong. Oh no, sorry, Sergeant. Just address that. I thought I was only supposed to address gaps. Well, people who are above me. Is Gap above me or I am above him? Back to you.
You guys are both at the same level. I'm not remembering who come first, so it's okay, whatever that is. Just ask your question.
Oh no, I just remembered in the main chat it said when we are addressing if there are seniors, you're supposed to address them as CH or CJ. I just mentioned them as Gap. But yeah, the question was pre-heaven is for things that are about to come or that's manifesting or has the possibility. Post-heaven is for stuff that's already coming. So when we walk in the palm on the Bagua, depending on what we're doing, whether we have done it already or if we haven't done it, we will choose one that's going to fit the situation. Walking the palm, I do remember you walking through.
come back in. Gab just somehow turn on his mic.
Yeah. Yeah. So, sorry, I just lost my train of thought there. Where was it? Yeah. Yes, Arjun. Low goes alter energy today. So, yeah, just brain fog. Back to you. Turn at number 2, Charlie. We'll talk golf.
Okay, when would you be using the post heaven bagua? It's like in a fight, right? If you got hit already, like someone attacked you already, and you're encountering something now. Okay, so it happened, right? That is post heaven. Pre heaven is like before the fight can even happen. Like the fight is tomorrow, then we do a div to see how it will be. Okay, so we div with the pre heaven bagua. Okay, so pre heaven is like things didn't even happen yet. It maybe happened, maybe not, and we want to do a test. It's like I have not bought this house or rent the place. I do a div. That's a pre heaven. If there's something that came to you, like for example, someone sent you an email and say they're going to sue you or something like that, right? And you're kind of worried, then like, okay, this happened already. I'm going to do a div with the post heaven bagua and kind of know the situation. The 3 line doesn't always have to be about the ghost altar, the Yun San. No, it doesn't. Okay, it's the same pattern, but it doesn't have to be about the ghost altar, the Yun San, and all that. It's not that all the time. Most of the time, it's not talking about those. Okay, it's talking about the 3 element, right? So let's say this guy is going to say he will like attack me. Okay, someone just threatened me. He's like, "We're gonna attack you with magic. You're gonna die." Okay, so I'm gonna do a div on this, and I send my god to this guy, and I did a div with the bagua. So I am actually like taking my needle, my thermometer, and poking into the guy to see what he is like, right? So okay, let's see. Post heaven bagua. So come up with a number. Uh, let's say 328. Okay, 328. So post heaven bagua palm, right? 328. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, keen. Hum gun. Gun. Okay, gun is like the gun gua is like the first line is positive and then the other 2 is negative, right? So what that means is I checked him out. It's like his inside, which is his heart, his intention is full, but he have nothing to really output. So it's like he might be just saying it, but like he meant to attack me, but he didn't really got anything that he could do, right? Because the second and third line is nothing. So he haven't done anything and he don't really have anything. It's like, I will shoot you with a gun, but he don't have a gun and he don't have bullets and there's nothing really actually shot out. So after I look at that, I'm like, yeah, forget it. I'm not going to attack him or anything. But if it's different, if it's like, oh, he attacked me already, now I'm going to like do a different kind of revenge, right? So there you go. Tina number 2, Gulf Echo India.
Team yacht number 2, Golf Echo India. Yeah, that's good to know. The before and the after, the timing that the pre-happen and post-happen can be used for. I like the analogy about the full course meal. Of course I did. But yeah, knowing that we can practice all of these steps for the sake of getting a feel for how they're used and how they're placed, but we don't have to pull out the whole soup to nuts every single time. So that's good to know. And yeah, I'm having an extremely low energy day, so I think that's all I've got right now. Team yacht number 2, Gulf Echo India.
low in essence. It's okay. Not a problem. Um, yeah, you can pull out like parts of the div and use it, like I just did with the Bagua. I use it all the time, and you don't need all 6 line. Why do you need all 6 line, right? Usually we need 3 lines, and it pretty much solve all the problems because you kind of know already what's going on. So the like for example, we send magic out all the time, right, to support people, to send troops and all that. Then we'll always check with the 6 phases and see if the gods is out, where the god is, and how are they doing, and so on. The 6 phases, talking about that. Uh, well, I don't have time now, but we'll teach more on NetB maybe. The 6 phases, right? You guys are taught to have one number at the end, like one of the block, and you kind of know, okay, they're like here. But actually, there's a what we call a um, inside block and outside block. Okay, so we have 1 to 6, right? Now let's say we got the inside is like 3, and the outside is let's say 4. Okay, so what that means is like the outside is the action, like what your troop is actually doing. Okay, so my troop is now doing number 4, which is they're going out the door, right? But the inside is like for what? Okay, so they're for 3, they're going out the door to get ready to prep. Oh, so they're just like getting out the door, like their own room's door to the office to get ready. So they're not getting out the door to deliver stuff, right? But if the inside changed to, let's say, 5 or 6, it will be like, okay, they're getting out the door to deliver the stuff, or they're getting out the door of the receiver end because they're finished, right? So changing the inside block changed the message meaning 100%. So that is when the Pai Gao kicked in, because you have 2 number in one tile, and it tells you a lot. So when you have the 2 combined, it tells you like they're doing this action of what, like the details of why they're doing it. TN number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha. Given the emphasis that we have on the past and the present and obtaining information into the future, I feel like we're always walking around with a crystal ball in our pocket, looking into the past or looking into the future to see if the outcome. Maybe have a little cheat code so we can avoid pitfalls and maybe determine best course of action to take. And it puts something on my mind that says, Shadran says that if you're not all that accurate yourself, or you don't know enough, and you haven't had enough experience, then your div will also be off. And so all the diving and the looking and the talking and all that, how accurate could it be? I mean, unless we double check every div that we have with you. And so it makes me feel that how will we know once we've gotten to that point that we can trust the divs that we do, other than double checking it every time? And is that efficient? Is that accurate? Is that not the wrong way to think? I'm wondering if that's even, when do we get to that point? I guess it's just a feeling of knowing. Maybe that's it. Ticket number 4, Hotel Alpha Alpha.
Okay, so you're saying that people learning martial art for self-defense, how do you know that you're ready to fight? When do you know, like, how do you know that when you actually, kick or punch, you're really going to, get it to work? You never know. Like, you might be okay fighting your lineage brother and sisters, and you thought you're like good, and then you go out there and there's this bad guy coming at you, and he totally kicked your ass. You don't even know why. Oh yeah, because they don't follow any rules. So, and they go nasty on you or something like that, or maybe they have a weapon, right? So are you going to be like just, oh, I don't know if I'm like really good enough, so I'm not going to fight. No, you're going to do whatever you can, right? And then just try your best and see what happens, and you learn on the go. That is how you learn how to fight. And same thing to magic and self-defense and div and everything. Same thing, right? Like even for me, I learned through experience. And you might suck, or so am I, right? Like I was in that stage in the past, and I still do it, right? I could be wrong. It doesn't matter. You learn from it, and eventually you see that you get a hang of it when you kind of crash it up. So you know what you have to do, then you do it, and you keep using it. You keep trying, and the most important part is you bring it up to me and talk about it, and not go one-sided. So you have a way to like learn from me when I interpret it. You see, oh, how did Sajon get this answer? Like how does he his logic, how does he think when he look at this thing? So you start to learn when you see examples, and you look at other people example as well, right? So it is a very, very long-term experience building journey. Okay. And you can always be better than what you are tomorrow, right? Like today you think you're good, tomorrow you're better. So the today sucked already. Right? If I look at myself diving like 3 years ago, I would laugh at myself too. So now I'm different. But hey, well, think about it. Like 10 years ago, 10 years later, I look back at myself and I will be laughing at myself too. So do I stop? Right? Like just think about it. Do I just stop doing everything until like 20 years later? No. Right? So yeah, you will suck. And so do I. But eventually, you're going to get better and better. That's the point. So don't be afraid of using your div. Instead, you learn from it and observe. When you see the outcome, the result, sometimes you see, oh, my div worked very good. It turned out really like that. Be happy. If the div is like, you totally got it wrong and something else happened, well, yeah, sure. Let's see what's wrong, and just learn from it. It's okay. So div is like non-stop building up practice, building up experience. You can always get better and better every day, right? So keep learning, keep trying. Like I gave some examples today using the Bagua separately, like 3 lines only, right? When you are doing it at work, oh, there's this guy talking to you before the talk. You can get 3 lines right away quickly and kind of see, okay, this guy is like this. So I'll talk to him, and I know this guy is like, he have no potential. I don't need to even worry. And, you kind of already know in advance that how that guy is. And so you can decide if you should really invest your time and hope into him, right? So you can use the div every day, but you just didn't. When I receive an email or a new client, I often just get 3 lines and see, okay, this is not worth talking, so I'm not going to invest my time in it, right? That's how I would do it. Okay, it is now 2:01 p.m. We'll end the net here. 73 to all, and we'll see you on NetB and back online. This is Tina number 9, Yankee Uniform Echo. It's clear.
Kenya number 2, Golf Alpha Papa, clear.